All right, welcome back. This is part two of the Fallout corridor. I mean, it was initially inspired by Fallout, and now I'm thinking it's sort of just a sci-fi thing. I got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of things I want to put in here, so I'm just going to get started and just sort of pick away at this thing. I'm going to bring my 3D cursor there, and I'm going to bring in a cylinder, and I think for this I will just use 16 and nothing. Scale it up. I'm going to have like a big pipe here. And I think for now, and again, some of this may be sort of block out. It's just going to go up there. I think maybe it's just a little bit narrower. So we're going to have that thing. Now, another thing I want to do, I think right off the bat, is I'm going to select here. I'm going to I think I'll duplicate that and break it out. I'm going to take that and inset a little bit and then extrude it up like that. I'm going to slash key to focus on that. Let's shut the mirror off for the time being. Now this has a bevel on it. I might bevel it myself. Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to select the edges. Control B, I'm going to split it. I'll just use 3, and I'll do the same for the top a little bit. I'm going to shade smooth, slash key, bring that back. And I can switch over to normal, and then my blue arrow is in the correct orientation, just to do that. I think that's an okay size. Alright, I'm going to go back to global. Now you're going to want to put some bolts on that, and that's going to go on both sides, right? So let me just double check that it's going to be on both sides. This is also going to go on both sides. I'm just going to Shift C to bring my cursor back and set the origin to geometry. I'll be doing more work on this pipe soon. There's going to be a lot of symmetrical stuff. Okay, but what I want to do is I want to create a bolt here. So I'm going to come back in. Now if I do that, did I just screw my mirror up? No, okay, good. Let's actually just slash key. Focus on that, turn that off. All right, let's say just maybe 20 vertices for now. And I'll build it and then I'll rotate it. Extrude it down, get rid of the bottom face, flip it, select there, Control B, and a lot of repetition of the same kind of things. I'm going to select that with my 3D cursor there because I'm also going to bring in a nut. I'll just do that. Do that. Flip that. I'm going to select it all. Press 2 for edge selection and Control B, and I'll just use 2. Now you know what? I'm going to use 3. I'm going to join those together. Oops. And before I copy this, I'm going to Shift D to duplicate. I'm going to keep one in that orientation. And I'm going to work on, in fact, I better move it out of the way because it'll be buried under the pipe. Just move it more to the middle. All right, so let's see this thing. Let's scale it down a bit, bring it close, rotate it. Okay, and then let's see where I want this. Okay. I'm going to bring stuff back because I don't think I'm going to want that big. But I'm going to switch to normal again because I may scale it in that orientation. And just come back to here and just, well, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so that's all oriented pretty straight, but I'll leave it like that for now. I'm going to join that to there. So it's done, and this thing will will be on the other side too. Okay, so far so good. Now, I want to work on this. Let's go back to global, scale shift Z. Okay, something like that. So what I'm going to do is have enough vertices on that. I think I do. So I'm going to drop an edge loop in there and shift D and scale it out. Actually, I could have just used that one. So let's go back in here and get rid of what I don't need. I don't need that there. Dissolve that. Okay, so I want that. And let's make it wide enough so I can fit bolts in it. Let's do this. Let's E to extrude, pull that down a ways. Wait. Yeah, okay, I can split it in the middle. So let's take both of those. How about we do that? And then I to inset, do say that, and then E and SZ. Build it this way. Let's flip that. And then bevel here and here with 3. Let's drop an edge loop there so that we can make a split of 2 like that. E and Alt S and pull, and then grab those edges. Put that in quite a bit. Bevel that. Actually, hang on. We look like we have a problem here. Let's. Okay, that seems better. For some reason, something seemed flipped. That's 2, 3. We'll do the same on this. Okay, and this is why I wanted to save a bolt. I wanted to use that over here. So I'm going to focus on those 2 things there. Turn off the mirror. And I'm going to scale this down. And actually, I think I'll keep it orthographic kind of. I think I'll scale that up like that. Make it a bit more prominent. Okay, so what I can do is just select that, make sure cursor's in the middle there. And I'm going to go into edit mode on that and switch my pivot to 3D cursor and come over to the spin tool and find the axis I need to go around. Pull that. I'm going to use duplicates. I'll go for 360 degrees and I'll go for maybe 8's probably enough to get the point across. Select them all, M, merge by distance, and that should be fine. Okay, and then I'm going to select the whole thing. It is symmetrical. Shift S, cursor to selected. Take this, set the origin to the 3D cursor, and then mirror that down in the Z. So let's just bring everything back, make sure it's looking okay. Okay, I may have to put some other, I will put some other edge loops on that. So let's go ahead and do that. Just right in here, I want to just pull that apart, and I've got 3, and that'll help with the shading of that. And that's probably okay like that. So I'm going to apply that mirror, and I'm going to join it to there. And I'll probably be reusing this thing here. I want an edge, just a straight edge, like that. Come back to median point. Oh, in which case I don't need the bevel anymore on that. Shift D. Okay, I want that because I'm going to select that top vertex. I'm going to pull it up. Now there's going to be a big pipe on the side here, so I'm just going to do this. And let's take that right now and just extrude it out. And let's see if I can select that. Oh, this is still part of it, isn't it? Okay, let's take that and break it out. And so I want this and this, just to focus on that. And I'm going to take this. And I'm not sure how it's going to end yet, which is going to make it a little awkward. But I'm going to take this now and Shift Control B and pull. And I'm probably okay with 3. Now, seems to be a little crooked for some reason. I'm going to take it and scale X0 to straighten it out. Not sure why it was like that. I'll go to wireframe so I can see. And I think I'm going to pull this back a little bit because there's something else I'm going to do here. And then pull this up a little bit. And I also need some diameter to, you know, as a pipe. So I'll get rid of the mirror for now. And convert this to a curve. This is not the pipe that I was talking about earlier. There's going to be another one in there. So this one is not too wide. Yeah, something like that. Oh, shape smooth. Okay, so now that I see where I'm at, I could potentially come down near the ground there. But before I do anything else, I'm going to let's grab this and see where we're at. All right, let's take that Shift D, P to break it out so I can just have the position that I want. I do this quite a lot, like that, and then I'm going to increase the size. I'm going to convert that to a mesh almost right off the bat. Here we go. I'm going to switch the resolution to 3 and convert to mesh. All right, so now I'm going to come in, drop an edge loop, scale it out like this, and then I'm going to Control B and do that kind of thing. That's good. And then I'm going to come in here and here, and I think I'll do what I did before. After make a face, I to inset, and then E and SZ, scale in the Z, bring it up like that. Now I'll just make sure that, and then I can come in here. I'll do both of them at the same time. And there, bevel with 3. I'm going to bevel this, and I'll come in here as well. Okay, so I want that, but I'm going to come up here and maybe I'll take this edge and just for a design element, bevel that, and then E and Alt S and pull in, do something like that. You know, and then, you know, I'll texture this and hopefully that'll be that. You know, just a little something on there. Scale Shift Z. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to hit the wall, and if it's not, I can always take it and GY, bring it a little closer. Okay, something like that's okay. And I'm going to take this now and convert that to a mesh. And I'm going to join that. I'll come in, just do that. And by the way, we should be doing this once in a while. Okay, and I'm going to mirror that to the other side. Those things in there. Move on to something different for the moment. Give me 3 cursors there. Okay, I'm going to bring in a plane. Let's see. What I was thinking, I want some clips that go across there. And I'm going to start with the one at the top because then it might be a little bit easier. So let's take that and that. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Let me just think. Yeah, I think I want that. I think that's what I want. I'm trying to decide if I want them to go all the way across like that, or if I want it to go across one, and I think I wanted it on the 2 like that. Okay, so I'm going to get it about there. And I think I'll use Solidify on that. Bring that in. Switch to even thickness. And yeah, I'm going to apply that. And I'm going to start beveling this. Shift Alt and click there. Is it? No, there isn't a bevel. Seems like there's a bevel on everything because I copy everything from everything else. I'm going to do that. I'm going to select the ends. Now, you're not really going to see it very well, but I'm going to do it anyhow. And bevel that just a little bit. And Shift H just to focus on that and just come around and try to make sure I get every piece of this. Give it a small bevel. It'll just catch light. And that's it. It'll look better to me anyhow. And hopefully to you. I think I have it all. Sometimes if I switch back to like a different, I'll work with that one for now. Okay, Control B. Alt H just to bring that stuff back. I'm going to be moving this in a minute anyhow, trying to rotate it down on the sides. There may be one at the top, but I wasn't thinking of that. And I want to have bolt here and a bolt on the other side, and hopefully it's long enough. I'm going to actually bring everything back, and I'm going to borrow a bolt from someone. Here, why don't I just use one of you guys? So select a bit of that, Control L, oops, Shift D to duplicate, pull that down, P to break it out, and just have a look. No real modifiers on it, got to worry about. So I'm just going to select both of those, and I'll get busy on bringing that in and adjusting the size of it. Just one, just in the middle. Okay, now I better go back and see if it looks like, if I had it there, if it looks like it makes contact with this thing. And so what I'll do is I'll just make this a little taller and move the bolt up. You know, I'm just kind of making it up, you know. And so we'll just have to see, to take that, bring it up, you know, to there kind of thing. And bring that in there. And then you can take this and that, focus on that. I'll just bring my 3D cursor to that, and I can take this bolt, set the origin to the 3D cursor, and mirror it like that. I'll apply the mirror, and I'll join that, and we'll see if I like it. Let's do merge by distance just in case. Alt N, recalculate outside. It should be good anyhow. If I shade smooth, I might have some shading error, so maybe I will go ahead and add this stuff. Weighted normal, not normal's auto smooth. So with that done, I think I may leave that one there as my central one, and probably should have left that circle I used to rotate it. So I'm just going to rotate it by hand. I'm going to go into edit mode though, Shift D and G, and then break it out there. And I'll do this here. And I want it above the bar. I think above and below the bar, or maybe just, I don't know. Let's try it and see what happens. So I'm just going to mess around with it, and then we'll get the position, you know, just do it by hand like that. I don't want it covering the bars. I think that's kind of dumb. So, and it is looking a little bit big to me, to tell you the truth. And that's kind of why I kept this, because I can come back here and just like, I mean, wide, and I can pull that in a bit and pull that one in a bit. And I think I'm going to like that better. Wait. Yeah. So I'm going to do that again. Shift D, G. Now really in wireframe anyhow, I can see where I have those, so I may just work this way. Let's have a look at that. You know, and I'll put one below and then I'll see if I want one above. And they're not any exact, distances or anything. I'm just doing whatever. Let's just try it down here. It's kind of low. Kind of feel like I want another one in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Shift-D, G. So, where are my... There's my... Okay, yeah, it's kind of in here. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit off. It might look better even. Because there's a lot of symmetry in this. Okay, so say I got that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to select this one. I may not have got that back bolt. No, I didn't. I'll break that out so that has nothing to do with it. And I think that's central. So let's try using Set the Origin of 3D Cursor for that, and then take this and mirror it to the other side. I think we're good. And to be honest, I really don't need that, because if I ever had to use another one, I just rotate it. That's what I just did there. So if those are there, then let's just take them and copy them over. Shift-D. Eventually, I'll have to really start organizing this thing in collections and all. Because I'm getting quite a lot of stuff here, and I just keep going back and forth. It really doesn't matter that much. Okay, so that'll be there to hold that and just give something else to look at. Okay, good. Moving on. I'm thinking if I double this up, I'm going to try this. Let's just focus on those without the mirror. Yeah, all right, here's what I want to do. I want to select here and here, and I'm going to press Control plus until I get to the end of my edges and delete those faces. And then I'm going to take this edge and Control E, bridge edge loops. And now I'm going to get rid of those. I mean, I might end up using them, but okay, because I want to build off of this thing. And I'm going to be using the same geometry, I think. So Shift-D, G, rotate 90, P, break it out. I'm going to make it a little smaller. And for the moment, let's just back that in there. I think I'm going to get big like this. Up in there. Come out like this. Come down. Down. That might be good enough at that point. Do I have enough room? Okay, we're going to drop an edge loop in the middle of that, and we're going to split it. I wonder if I could have just used this and made it smaller. It's possible. I'm going to make a change in a moment, because what I'm going for is the same kind of thing. I think I'm going to do that anyhow. That's 2 or 3. I'll go ahead and bevel this up and start to get a sense of what it looks like. I want to put bolts in there. I may need more room here, so I might Shift Alt and click in the Scale Shift X. Let's do that. Make sure I do have enough room, or maybe I can just take the bolts and scale them. Okay. So let's do this. Let's take this off to make a wheel. And even get rid of the faces. Have this. Did I need to do that? I may not have needed to do that because I'm going to come in and do this to make my wheel and just give it some thickness like that. And then I'm going to bevel this. I'm just moving quick, trying to move a little bit quicker anyhow. So I may not be explaining everything as well as I could be. Pretty big bevel. I think I'll just do that. I'll shade smooth. I mean, normally in games that would be just fine, but I might end up drawing a subdivision just because I want to. I'm just thinking that maybe the inside could be flatter because I'm going to be attaching stuff to it. So, you know, like this, and then you do, well, not that. Put your subdivision on. Maybe I drag an edge loop out. You know, and the inside's kind of flat. Because I'm going to, let's bring the 3D cursor to that. And bring in a plane to start making like the spokes of that. Or rotate Y90. And I think I'm going to do the following. It's going to attach to this or maybe one other projection. And I don't want them to hit when I'm going to spin them around. Just move it out. I'll give it a bit of thickness like this. And I think I'm going to be rotating them backwards too. Shift H though. Let's get rid of some junk we don't need. Like that. And I'll give the sides a bit of a bevel. Like that. Oops, I guess everybody's coming back. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. How about if we take this, this, and this, and just focus on that stuff. We'll get this worked out. Let me just look from here. Let's go in a wireframe. Let's just rotate it like that. I can't tell if it's in. Hope it's long enough. Can I do this in normal? Yeah, well, we're gonna find out. Okay, so let's take that. I've already beveled it, and let's set the cursor to the blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spin. I really don't have to spin. I could do it. I could easily copy it. I just want 3 of them, or maybe only 2 more copies. Well, we'll do it at 360. It might actually be. Jeez. I might go for 5. Let's try 5. Merge by distance. We'll give this a try. And this thing here might be too rounded for my liking. I don't want to waste a lot of your time. Let's see if I just get rid of that. Yeah, okay. Let's take this and this and let's pull it back. Yeah, I could probably live with it if I just finish this off here. Let's inset. I got an idea. Go back to median point. Inset, extrude it, bevel a little bit. Let's just finish off our bevels here. We'll go here. I'm going to go here. I'm just going to do the whole thing. Yeah, let's do this one back here. Just going to help with the shading. I was thinking of putting a bolt in there. Let's just have a look at what we got. So, I'm going to apply that subdivision. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to join them. And for now, I'm going to join that as well. Merge by distance in case. Just so I've got some stuff. Now, if I go in here, that's everybody, right? Okay. Now, do I need the bullets there? I think it would look better. So can I do this? Can I? It's a lot of work too. Well, let me slash on that because I got to select a whole bunch of things. But maybe it's better than rebuilding it. I'm going to select these faces. Okay, and a little bit of this bolt around it, nut, whatever. I may not have gotten it. And then I can use Control L. Do I have everybody's attention? No, I do not. I'm missing that one. We have everybody. Shift D, we have liftoff. I don't care if they just moved a bit. Okay, so let's slash now. Let's now focus on just that stuff and see if we can get this to work. I have no idea if it's going. I mean, I've done this before, but I don't know that it's going to work this time. I'm going to try just a global scale. See if I'm warping them in any kind of way. I can. What can I do? Actually, I think that's actually okay. Just not so embedded. All right, if that's the case, then I just need to, let's say, find something central like there. And I could be putting edge loops in there too to sharpen that up. Bring my 3D cursor there. Set the origin to the 3D cursor. And just get rid of that mirror. Well, I could have used that mirror. Well, there, that's basically what I want. I'm going to apply that, and I'm going to take these, and I'm going to join them. And I'm just going to think about if I want to drop edge loops in here. Just make it a little nicer. Is that what I wanted? Basically. The only thing is, do I like this? You know what I might do? I hadn't thought of this before. I think I'm going to E and Alt S. And that's going to create this kind of artifact. I just want to zoom in on that. And let's see. Maybe I can use that. No, I certainly don't. I'm going to dissolve those. I'm going to dissolve that and just rebevel it here and rebevel it here. And I just thought I would put like thread on this thing. Like it uses a lot of polys, and of course you should probably do this in texture, but I should do in, you know, that kind of thing. I don't even want to do any more on it. Oh yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna throw a bolt on there because I've got so many bolts everywhere. Oh boy. And so this is not attached to that. I think at this point I am gonna attach it. I could rotate this. I might, you know, like if I take the pipe and I might say rotate that in the Z and, you know, have it like this, but I'm not going to do that right now. Shift C to bring it back to the center. I'm just going to mirror that to the other side and have it there. Now, how are we doing here? Okay. Do a little bit more. Starting to build up the detail. Let's see if we can start to get the pipe in that I was talking about. So I'm going to borrow, I think I'm going to borrow an edge. Shift D, P, and a lot of stuff here. I might have to move some stuff out of the way or just hide some stuff. I'm just going to play with this. I'm going to get rid of that bevel. And I'm going to extrude it out to here. Actually, I'm going to lift it like that. I'll just go ahead and do my extrusion here, and then we'll play with it and see. Yeah, okay, well, still. This may take a couple of goes, and so I'm just going to do it to give you an idea of what I'm getting at. And then if I have to do it a couple times on my own, I will. Actually, let's just... How many? Is that 3? Along that line. All right, well, I'm going to get rid of the mirror, and I'm going to just show you what I'm talking about. Convert it to a curve. I'm not even holding shift because I want a big pipe. Yeah, and I don't want this floating in the air too much. This is roughly what I'm going for. So I'm going to see if there's any way that I can move this down without, breaking my smoothness, and it'll be along that kind of line anyhow. And yeah, I'm going to put that mirror back on to give you an idea. Okay, and it might be bigger than that, as a matter of fact. And this will have, I think, a neat substance paint or texture on it, sort of like a thermal wrap on it. It's got sort of concentric circles all the way down, and it's like foil wrapped kind of. So that's going to be that kind of a thing. And that's why I wanted it to go underneath there. So I can fiddle around with that later on to get it more the way I want it. Let's try with the shadow on right now. I don't want to go too far in this video. There's a lot of other little pieces I want to do, but I want to keep you coming back, and I don't want to make these videos too long. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there, and I hope you're interested in this. I'm interested to see where it goes, and we'll come back in the next video and we'll do a whole bunch more little doodads here and there as we start building up this scene. All right, so thanks so much for watching. Take care and see you again soon.